All right, y'all, we are back. I'm super excited. I'm with my dog.
Yo, what's up?
Want to introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah, hey, I'm Dami. Okay, well, shout out to Nico. I'm super excited to be on the show today. Looking forward to all the stuff we're gonna get into, man. All the stuff we're
Yeah.
gonna get into.
So, we met through your girlfriend.
Yes,
Shout out Charlotte. She's an amazing person.
she is. She is.
Well, both of you guys have been very, very supportive. I do, thrift pop-ups. I do events, and you guys always come through and show love. So, thank you. And from those interactions, I can just tell that you're someone who has a lot of your own personality. You're
Yes,
someone
sir.
who cares and loves very deep. So it was a no-brainer. And when you reached out, we had to make it happen. We had to
No, I
make it
had to.
happen.
I was like, this guy's got a podcast. I gotta be on it. I gotta be on it. I gotta say that I was on a Nico podcast. So you heard it first.
Hey, and you're realistically, I think this is the fourth or fifth.
Okay.
So you'll be one of the OGs.
Hey,
You are concrete, locked in,
Yes, sir.
landlocked.
In, baby.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I know we've been chopping up for a while, but kind of just going off of what we've just naturally been talking about. What is something like? How do you describe happiness? How do you feel about that? How do you kind of navigate that? What's your relationship like with that?
Yeah, man. No, so that's a very deep question, and guys, y'all, happiness is like, man. So like, happiness is part of something I like to call equilibrium. As somebody who has been in therapy, shout out to my therapist, shout out to
all the
everybody,
therapists.
all of them. Equilibrium is kind of a state where it's like, you don't want to be too high in life and you don't want to be too low. And happiness, right? Happiness, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm saying it now. It's a hot take. It's piping hot. It's not forever. Happiness is part of a range of emotions that you will feel in life. Mm-hmm. And you're going to have emotions like happiness and sadness and anger and frustration and bitterness. Those are all part of you. And they're all part of, you want to basically sit in a place of equilibrium where the good emotion is there, that's awesome. The bad emotion is there, that's awesome. And sometimes you get a mix of it. Mm-hmm. But we're going to specifically talk about happiness because I think it's also important to like recognize all of the emotions, but also know that like it's important to, when you do feel happy, cherish that moment of happiness, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. Because you can use that moment for those moments where you're not happy. Well, you might be going through something. You can always look back at those happy moments, that happiness that you felt, and know mm-hmm. that you're going to get there again, yep. right? So it's kind of like a star of hope, Star of David, where it's like, I was there before, I can be there again. It's kind of like a Christian saying where it's like, if God has helped you through something before, he'll help you through it again, right? So
it must rain before there's a rainbow.
Exactly, right? So happiness, man. So this is going to be very personal as well. I've had moments in my life where I've been really, really down. I've had moments in my life where I've been really, really up. But happiness has always, to me, been gratitude, appreciation, and just like your perception is open. You can't really appreciate happiness a lot because happiness sometimes comes from a singular action or a singular event leads you to feeling happy. Right? It's my birthday and I got a cake and I got presents. That makes me happy. I got a girlfriend for the first time or a second, or, a new relationship start. I'm happy. It's the start of something, right? But we often associate happiness with the start of something good. And that's it, right? Then the feeling is gone, right? Or we overcame something and now we're happy. And I urge you guys, be happy through the storm. Be happy. Nico, we were chatting about this earlier. It was a Bob Marley quote, I believe, but like dance in the rain.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that and what that necessarily means, right? Because it's like emotions, and I'm sorry I'm going back to like the wholesomeness of emotions, but you feel multiple emotions at the same time, actually. And that's the whole point of equilibrium, right? Is that you can counteract, like still feel your emotion, guys. I'm so serious about this. Still feel sad. Like if you're sad, feel it. Mm-hmm. But also in that sadness, while you're in it, you're thinking gladness and happiness and appreciation is also there, right? You can have something bad happen to you, but still think of the good that's with that as well. And I'm not saying that if you're mourning something deeply, like whether you lose a loved one, in that moment, maybe you need to just grieve, right? But literally, like the stages of grief at the end is acceptance and happiness, right? You know it's there, it's coming. You might have to go through the other stages, but you know that happiness is coming. And that's why I say, like, you're not associating the happiness with just the beginning of it, right? You're associating the happiness with all of it. It's all of it is happiness. Like the equilibrium of it all is there, right? And let me also say this as well. It's not easy, right? Happiness is not an easy emotion to attain, right? It sometimes feels like you got to work really hard to be happy, right? You got to slave, you got to do all this stuff to get to that happiness. And that's why it's important we internalize a lot of things, guys. It's important that happiness and internal emotions come internally. And let me explain. If something makes you feel something, or if you want to do something, sometimes that thing is somebody else is the catalyst for that thing, and the emotion is being driven from them. So here, I'll break it down. Nico is throwing a party, and he really wants to go, but I don't really want to go. I will go because he wants to go. That's the external pull to the thing, right? But when we're talking internal, you have to want some things or want to do some things for it to really manifest the result you want. You will not be happy with a promotion unless you really want that promotion. I'm telling you this, guys, before you get to success, before you get to all these things, you will not appreciate it. You will not feel gratitude for it if you didn't really want it. And I'm telling you, this is personal. This is personal. If you have personal goals, aspirations, and dreams, they have to come from you. It can't come from mom and dad. Guys, I'm so sorry. We grown now. We are grown now. Those goals that your parents had for you, those dreams they had, gone, dead, let it go. Because I am a living proof of that, guys. My parents wanted me to be an engineer since I was 8 years old. Maybe even lower than that. I did it for them. I did it. I got the job. Now I work it every day, guys. I am not using my skills to my fullest ability in that office every day. I'm in that office planning my next career change because I know, yeah, this is what they wanted me to do, but this is not necessarily what I want to do, right? Yeah. And I'm making those decisions for myself. I'm making those realizations for myself. So when that shift happens, it's not because I'm frustrated. A lot of people leave jobs in frustration with no plan to use that frustration and that emotion. Guys, anger can be used as fuel. Mm-hmm. That anger can be like, I am angry at my predicament. I want better for myself. That's the thought. I want to get out. I want to get out. That's fantastic. Why? It's so important to internalize these things because when you internalize it, you feel it. Mm-hmm. Anger is so easy to push away. Once you're angry, it's a short spark. But guys, the root of anger is sadness. I'm angry at my job because I don't feel loved and appreciated. It makes me sad, man.
Powerful.
That's where it comes from. It's sadness is the root cause of anger. You got to know that it's making you sad so you can feel that sadness and use that sadness to be like, now I need better for myself. I need to be treated better by my peers. Mm-hmm. I need to feel safe in this work environment. See how I'm using the word I? The reason you do that is that now you've internalized it. So now your body will move towards it because it's what you want to do. We're motivated by so many external factors that it's like, I look at people and it's like, that's not you. You're not doing this for you. You're doing this for someone else. This is awesome, but I feel like this is not what's true for you. And you see that shoulder shrug and that sigh like, oh yeah, you got me. And I'm like, guys, you got to live for you. You got to do it for you because that thing you're chasing now, since you didn't internalize it, you're going to feel when you're supposed to feel happy, when you earn that happiness, you're going to feel like, dang, I'm not feeling it. Yep. Why am I not feeling it? I bought the new car, but I'm not feeling it. Mm-hmm. Guys, this is what I'm telling you, like delayed gratification is a thing. Guys, my dream car is a 1992 Toyota MR2.
Ooh.
I don't have a garage. Guys, it's only like $12K. Thank you, God. That's the statement I've always wanted to say in life. It's only $12K because my current car is like double that. And not trying to flex out. But I don't have a garage and I don't have the time to work on it right now in life. So as much as I want that thing and I know it would make me happy, I'm not set up in the other areas of my life to truly appreciate and and love and feel the gratification of getting that thing,
Mm.
right? So I'm gonna do things in my life, like I'm gonna get a house,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll have a garage. Okay,
Mm.
then I'm gonna save a little bit, make sure I've got the space, make sure my girlfriend's car is good, make sure my car is good, all that stuff is good. And then once you already know, once I've done all
Mm.
that, then I'll go look for
Mm.
one that I can work on, one that I've got to put in the work, that I've got to go through it, not one that's already all clicked up and nice. I got to put my own elbow grease into it, because then I'll love and appreciate it for
Little
it.
barn find.
And then once I got it and it's my weekend car and I'm driving it around, I appreciate everything about it, right? And then that happiness, I'm happy through the entire process. You see what I'm talking about, guys? I told you about this with equilibrium. I'm happy through the entire process.
Yeah.
I'm happy through I'm going to get the car,
The
I'm gonna
journey,
get the garage.
not the destination.
The process is so much more powerful when you know that process isn't a process of self-deprecation. It's not a process of self-loathing. A lot of people will do things because they're upset at themselves. Don't do that.
Have some respect for yourself.
Don't do that. Have some love and respect for yourself, because it's not going to turn out the way you think it is. I'm so sorry for you. You may think it's going to turn out right. You might think, oh yeah, I'm about to get this person. I'm about to get my lick back. Come on, how many times have we seen this? How do you feel at the end? Empty, purposeless. Like, I did all this for what? Now what? Purpose, happiness, guys, I'm telling you, that equilibrium means I can feel this way, I can feel that way, I can feel low, I can feel high, but it's okay, because I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still the greatest thing to ever happen in the history of everything.
Guys, best you are.
Your existence alone is the greatest thing to ever happen.
In your bag, get it.
That's what I'm saying. You right now, without doing a thing, is great. So now that you know that, when something bad happens, when you're in a tough situation, when you're in a difficult situation, you're not going to see yourself as less than a person. You are always a person.
No matter your flaws, no matter insecurities.
No matter
You have to face them.
Yeah.
And once you're comfortable, once you live with them, you respect them.
Yeah.
You get to become. It's literally, I think about like you leveling up.
Yes.
You're literally leveling up.
Yes, absolutely.
And you're getting a power up. You're getting to defeat the next boss.
Yep.
Once you're comfortable in you, and once you know, you don't even have to know what you want to do, but once you feel like okay, I'm 100% Nico.
Yes.
And you wake up and you go to bed and you eat and you shower and you talk and you're like, I'm 100% me, you're 100% you.
Yes.
Life is, it's one of the best things about life, in my opinion.
Yeah. No. Like, it's so crazy that the person you are 5 minutes ago and the person you are 5 minutes in the future is still amazing. And that's why, like, happiness is always there, but it always isn't there at the same time, right? Like, I'm not trying to get too philosophical with you guys.
Kind of like your shadow.
Yeah. We're cooking.
Talk to him.
We're cooking. And let me cook with this as well. Depression is not as bad as you might think it is. And let me explain. Depression comes from many different places. And if you're clinically depressed, I'm cutting you out of this conversation. That is completely separate. And if you need clinical help, if you need medication, please get it. It will help you. But depression is also a part of people, and it's not a bad thing to be depressed. It's a thing that is attached to you. It's part of who you are, and who you are is not bad. People associate depression with, I am a bad person because I'm depressed. I'm not getting up to spend time with my family. I'm not doing these things in my life because of me, because I am bad. That is not true. I'm saying that right now. That is not true. That's why being around your loved ones, spending time with other people, that sense of community that you have with other people is fantastic, because they appreciate and love you even if you don't feel that great. Because that's the thing about feelings. They're momentary. You will feel that way momentarily, but who you are still exists. I'm sorry, you can't change that. I mean, as a person, there's things you can change. There's always things you can do. And that's the great thing about equilibrium, is when you're feeling that low, remember that that high is there and that that good is there. And this applies in everything in life, relationships, everything. I'm telling you guys right now, you will live more fulfilling lives when you stop beating yourself up as badly and stop gassing yourself up as high. Let me explain. You have something good happen to you. Okay, let's say you get a promotion. The next thing to do is appreciate and be happy for what you have and realize, hey, I've gotten to this stage in my life that's fantastic. Let me not forget what it took to get here. Let me not forget the people that have helped me. Let me not forget that I could have lost my job, right? All these other things can happen, and there's so much more work I have to do, but I am appreciating what I have now. You know what you just did? You took a good thing that happened to you, and now you've made it a lot more. You've made it a lot more. Now it's not just, oh, this one singular thing happened to me. It's like, no, there's everything else is part of it. I brought everything else into it. And you can also apply this when something bad happens to you. I've had many bad things happen in my life personally that I was going through some things. I've gone through my own depressive episodes of work, and my boss always told me, "Look, your worth is not what somebody else tells you your worth is." Mm. And guys, I'm telling you, you are not as bad as you think you are. And when the facts were presented to me about my situation, I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm doing pretty good. Like, it wasn't as bad as I thought in my brain, as bad as I was." And this is why it's so important that you surround yourself with people that will uplift you, right? Because it's easy to be fine when everything is going well, but to sit by yourself, and sometimes you do have to sit by yourself through some things. You have to look at the mirror and see who you are and deal with those things, guys. That is essential. That's why self-love and self-acceptance and self-idealization is important, because you need to be able to be like, okay, yeah, that sucked, or that felt great. You need to be able to do that. But at the same time, having a buddy like Nico around to help you get up when you're down feels great. I'm telling you, you need people that see who you are and appreciate it still. I'm sorry, because when you have those people in your life, what tends to happen is you're more like, and this is I love talking about this because this is awesome. Shame sucks, and I hate shame so much. So many people walk and carry so much shame on them. It's not good. You need to talk to people. If you're going through stuff, you need to tell your friends. You need to tell your family, because they are so invested and they want you to succeed so much and they love you so much. But we carry shame. Like, guys, tell your parents that you wish you had more money. Tell your loved one that you wish you had more time to spend with them. It's okay to say these things. These things are not bad things. I'm telling you guys, when you realize statements and communication is not a bad thing for some certain things, it's just a thing. Guys, things are just things. Situations are just situations, right? Like, some situations are just out of your control, and it is what it is. But I'm not trying to be too stoic on you guys here, but it's like, you ultimately decide what you want in life. Like,
it's 90%. No, I want to cut you off.
Yeah.
It's 90%. It's 10% what happens to you.
Yeah.
90% how you handle it.
Yeah. No, and even when stuff happens to you, this is the craziest thing. Shout out to my mom. Great, one of her greatest quotes. Even when stuff happens to you, that feeling you have, you may not be able to control that feeling. That feeling is primal. Okay. You have a nervous system. They teach this in psychology. You have a nervous system, and that nervous system has a fight or flight reaction. So if you're actually in danger and you feel endangered, you will act to your nature, right? You'll either tense up and brace, or you'll feel like loose and you want, like, we're not talking about that fight or fight response now. We're talking like somebody says something to you and it offends you. You can take that, you can feel that feeling. And then after that, you choose what to do with it. You choose, hey, you know what? I'm setting a boundary with this person. I'm not allowing this person to continue to talk to me this way. I am no longer going to spend time with this person until they understand how they have made me feel. Mm-hmm. Or you can choose to just cut that person off and not even talk to them, block them. Guys, you have more options in life presented to you than you believe you have. And you can do a whole lot more than you believe you can do. Mm-hmm. Because we've really taken our lives and we live them vicariously through other people. We see other people's success and we want that to be our success. Like, we see other people's tribulations and we think, oh no, it's going to happen to me. Because it's a lot easier to disconnect yourself from that than to deal with it yourself. It's a lot easier to see somebody else do something and be like, judge them for that. But then when it happened to you, what are we doing now? How are we handling with it now? Like, how are we shaping it now, right? So that's why it's like when you internalize things and you retrospectively look at them internally to you, you understand how unique you are and how unique your situation, how unique your life is, and then you move accordingly. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, sprinkle some grace in there, you'll thank yourself. Because grace and forgiveness for yourself, guys, I see people, they can clean other people's feet, give their shirts, give their last meal to somebody else, but they can't forgive themselves for getting upset at their family member one time and saying something out of pocket, and they've apologized, but you can't move past that. You got to be able to forgive yourself for stuff like that. I'm telling you guys, stuff sticks to you. Your psyche, your nervous system remembers things that troubles you. Mm-hmm. And when you don't deal with those things, what happens is it's a stink. You go nose blind to it, but it stays on you. People can see tension. I can feel tension. If I'm in a room with somebody and I can see that they're hurt from something, I can feel it because it's in their aura. Plus 10 aura for talking about aura, you know what I'm saying? But you can feel it in their aura. And it's like, it becomes a part of you because that's what you've accepted and let in. You let that aura in, right? Like something can happen to you and you choose to react, you choose whatever situation has happened. That next morning you wake up, hey, Dami, you missed all your free throws, you were 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. But this is a new day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That you have to talk to yourself like you are your own venture capitalist and you believe in yourself more than anybody else. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, you have to. You have to talk life into yourself. You have to talk about yourself at a level that yourself can catch up to. Let me explain. I've recently been going back to the gym and I tell myself, hey, you're getting stronger. You're lifting heavier weight. And what that does is that opens my mind to perceive those changes that I'm seeing in my body. So like before I couldn't see my traps, I'm seeing my traps. Every time I flex my lats, I see the muscle there because I'm telling myself, I'm like, hey, it's there. You're working. Dude, you're doing these many working sets a week. You're going to failure. You're going to start seeing growth. It's going to happen. It can't happen. It can't not happen. You are consistent. You're going on walks. Your body will start feeling better. I wake up normal. I get out of bed, stretch out, and I'm ready to go. Guys, I bend down, I bend my knees feel good. These are all things that you've got to tell yourself. You have to believe. You have to believe it. Like those results, once you've opened and perceived your mind to them, you'll see them. But if your mindset is, I'm not getting better, I'm going to quit, this isn't working, you're not going to see the improvements you've made. This goes in any aspect of your life, guys. Any aspect of your life. I've been getting into photography. I've always wanted to be a photographer my entire life. And I've done a couple of shoots now. Appreciate it, Nico. I've done a couple of shoots. And one of the things is that because I'm a self-taught photographer, I didn't go to school or anything like that. I got YouTube. Shout out YouTube. Every photo shoot I do is better than the last one I did before. I'm getting better at switching my ISO. I'm getting better at switching my shutter speeds, right? I'm getting better at getting the kinds of focus I need to get for certain shots. And my photos are looking better because I'm believing in the process and I'm doing the thing I want more repeatedly and I'm seeing the incremental results. If I did 1 or 2 photo shoots and I didn't believe I was getting better, guys, you depress yourself from doing things. I have people see my photos, they're like, wow, that's awesome. And I'm just like, thank you. I think they look good too. Like, because I'm so serious. That confidence, that internal self-confidence that comes from believing in yourself carries every aspect of your life. Every aspect of your life. Mm-hmm. And that ties back to happiness. You're not going to get the confidence. You're not going to get that thing you want, that happiness you want, if you don't believe in the confidence to get you to that step in your life. Mm-hmm. Let me explain. If you want to eat better, there's steps you have to take. But you have to reward yourself and praise yourself for every step. I'm not good at cutting lettuce. I'll buy pre-made salads. Step. I will portion out my meals to 5 meals. Step. Now I'm not making 3, I'm not making 6, I'm making 5. Okay, boom. Now you're buying lean ground beef. Which store has it? Aldi. Aldi closes at 8. Set up your life. Encourage yourself to come off right after work. You're going to be tired. It's going to suck. But if you wait till later, you have to go to Hy-Vee, and that Hy-Vee prices is crazy, y'all. Hy-Vee charging like 6.
No, this literally happened where they were having a big sale on the
Yeah,
lean beef,
yeah,
and I'd always go there late,
yeah,
right before they closed,
yep,
and I'd feel bad going in.
yep.
The workers would look at me like they want to,
I'm t-
and I wouldn't get the meat
Yep.
because it'd be sold out.
Exactly. I'm telling you, you set yourself up, and you have to like it's so difficult because we view ourselves as like we're not doing enough, but it's literally just no, we are capable. We just have to number one, give ourselves grace, but understand that, like, there's conditions, right? Mm-hmm. We are people. We have to do things in a way that make it comfortable for us. Mm-hmm. You have to do things in a way that make you consistently want to keep doing it because it feels good.
You have to have systems in place.
Exactly. So now back to the food. Okay, so now you've gotten the ground beef you want, you got the lean ground beef. Okay, so it's like, okay, do you have the containers? Do you have an abundance of containers? If you only have 10 and you're not washing them consistently, and some are in my place and Joe's place and Nico's place, now you don't have your plates. So you're not going to want to cook the food to put it. So what you do, you buy 15. If you know you have 5, that means last week's, if you were lazy, gives you a week to do the dishes. You have clean plates in there. You're going to put that food down there. Guys, I'm telling you, I was a big rice guy, but the way I like to make my rice takes extra time. I wash my rice until it's clean. Mm-hmm. So that's 10 minutes to clean it out. I'm seasoning it up. Guys, that's almost an hour on just cooking rice. So now I just do potatoes. Chop, 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 sprinkle my seasoning, put it on the plate. I can make potatoes within an hour without mm-hmm. me physically doing the work. I'm just saying, there are things in life. You can set up your steps. This is how happiness works. When I'm making those meal preps, I'm doing little things in there that make me happy through the process of doing the meal prep. And now I've consistently done it. I've done it for 4 weeks now. I'm no meal prep guru, but I've got 4 meals sitting in my fridge. As God is my witness, I got 4 meals sitting in my fridge I cannot wait to eat the rest of this week because I've set it up in a way now that I can consistently do it where it doesn't feel like a chore. I'm excited for it. I got my sriracha ready. I'm about to drizzle it on there. It's going to be good. I'll be sitting in the office. My coworker's like,
they'd be jealous.
Steak. Yeah, like, it's like, oh, again? It looks so
that
good. That
smells good.
Yeah,
let me get a bite.
Like, I'm like, nah, just playing. Mine's better than yours, though. I'm just playing. But no, so like, I'm tying this all to say, like, be happy through it all. Mm-hmm. You can get it through it all. Mm-hmm. You're going to be upset through it all. You don't think I've chopped my fingers sometimes, chopping them potatoes? I've been mad sometimes when I'm making those potatoes, right? I've been tired. I've been like, dang, it's 10 o'clock. I want to play video games stuff. It's okay. I see the greater purpose. I see the greater vision. I'm open to the perspective of this is what this is going to do. This is for my health. I treat my health like I treat my hygiene. You have to give yourself those standards, and it's very difficult to set up standards for yourself. But I'm telling you all guys this, when you live with something, you're living for something. Mm. You are so capable, but you got to do it. Mm-hmm. And
no one's going to do it for you.
I'm so sorry. I know y'all you were waiting for the big reveal that I was going to wave my hand and be like, aha, and that's how you do it. No, like, you make things happen more than you believe you do. I've had so many doors open in my life because I've asked for a phone call with someone. I was like, okay, I don't have a lot of time to shoot photography. I hit up some professionals and I said, hey, I'm working a 9 to 5. I also work on the weekends. How can I fit this into my schedule in my life? What can I do? I can't do much. What can I do? Save up your money, buy a flash. If you buy a flash, you can take photos at night. So the time that you have free, maybe you're out in the club with your girlfriend or whatever, take photos. In the clubs, be like, oh, hey, I'm an event photographer.
Y'all better write this down.
You got any events that you're trying to do? I can come and shoot 2 hours, $250.
No excuses.
Or, hey, let me do some for free so I can get my catalog up. Yep. I'm telling you, these are things that I've already woven into my life. Guys, you get the most out of your life when you interlock things. You don't have to take things away. We feel like in life when we do these things, we have to take things away. To get this one thing, I can't do this other thing anymore. Give your brain options. Give your mind options. Say, today I'll do this, but then tomorrow I can do that, while still maintaining the things you love and enjoy. That's how you keep that regulatory happiness. That's how you keep that equilibrium, right? You're feeding your soul the things you love. Guys, I know it's hard out there. Not everybody's got a lot of money. I'm telling you right now, I spend my money on the things I absolutely enjoy, and everything else I don't spend a lot on. I absolutely love roller skating. I've got 2 skates at home, great quality, because I beat them up. So I need the new skate. So I'll spend a little bit of money to get something nice quality. Because I love it. It feeds my soul. Yeah. Guys, do the things in life that feed your soul, that make you feel happy. And then those other times when you're not feeling happy, I can't wait to go skating next week. Mm-hmm. I got that to look forward to. Oh, I'm about to be on Nico's podcast. Yeah, baby. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that, right? We've got to give ourselves things that will make us feel good.
Energize,
feed the soul. I know we want it to last forever, but that's what makes it special, right? Is that it doesn't last forever. It's not always there. So when it comes, we appreciate it, we grasp it, it feels good. And then when it's leaving, we know it's going to come back, right? That's the thing. That's what we're in the game for, guys. That's what we're doing all this for, is we want to live happy, awesome experiences in life. And those experiences feed us and make us feel good.
It's crazy he's talking about this, because I made a video last week talking about when my last day, like right as I clocked out, I filmed myself, and for some reason it got like almost 300 views. So people must have liked the message. Must have spoke to people. I think I got like 12 likes or something, which is a lot for me. And it was crazy because, you know, it really felt like we were talking how it was taking years off my life. Yeah. And I was only there for 3-ish months. But bro, right when I finished, even the week working up to it, I felt just a part of excitement. I felt a part of my soul came back. It felt similar to me for school, and I hated school. I wanted to drop out of school when I was in elementary school. And so it was a similar feeling to that, but it was almost more of I was in chains, because I was doing this because I had to do it because I had to pay the bills. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. When you're younger in your education, it's a little bit different because you're working towards something. You don't have as much responsibilities, things like that. But it's crazy to me how the universe showed me that, and then the universe sends me to have this conversation tonight, and you bring that up. You know what I mean? And it's just, I tell people this all the time. When you are on your path, when you are doing your thing, when you work on yourself, the universe, God, Buddha, whatever you believe in, it will line things up for you. And that's how you know you're where you're supposed to be.
Couldn't agree more. And literally, that wraps up, comes to a conclusion, literally like brings it back to the beginning of where we started this entire conversation, guys, is your life and your decisions and your actions matter a whole lot more than you believe they do. Mm-hmm. And when you believe like that, you think like that, that's what gets you the things that you want. Yeah. Hey, sir.
This has been incredible.
Again.
My dog. I appreciate
it. My dog. It was a sick time, guys. It's Dami. It's Nico. We're Landlocked.
Do you have social anything you want to shout out?
Yeah. So I'm the Prince Dami. Guys, don't laugh at me. I came up with it in high school. So I'm the Prince Dami on YouTube. I'm the Prince Dami on Instagram. I should still be the Prince Dami on Instagram. And then Facebook is just, Dami OKO. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And stay blessed. Take it easy, y'all.
Thank y'all. Anything you guys want in the comments below,
all the good stuff. We talked about a lot. Please, guys, any comment goes so far in the algorithm. It'll boost this, guys. This is the podcast that needs to be on, y'all. If you want to feed your soul, if you want to learn something, if you want to relax, listen to something while you're doing something and feel good, this is the podcast. This is the place. This is the YouTube channel to be at. So you already know what to do.
Thanks for tuning in. I had no idea. Catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir.
Peace and love. Yes, sir, bro. Let's get it.
That was great. That was great. That was awesome. That second take was